Today I'm proud to announce Orbital WP, a project management plugin for WordPress. In this video, we'll dive into all of the features Orbital has to offer and hopefully get through it in about 5 minutes. So let's get started. Inside the WP admin, let's find the Orbital menu icon on the left and come into the All Tasks screen. Tasks are a custom post type that is hierarchical, which means you can have parent tasks and subtasks. You can even nest tasks inside subtasks to help you manage dependencies up to 10 levels deep. Or if you don't want to use subtasks, you don't have to. You can make everything just a standard parent task. It's up to you. And now for the fun part. Let's interact with our tasks. Come to the Orbital menu and select Kanban and Timeline, and that'll launch us into the Kanban board. We're on the priority grouping, and you'll see lanes for low, normal, and high, and we can drag and drop our tasks to recategorize them. Let's drop this group task by filter to see our completed fields. So we have 2 fields, completed yes or no, and when we complete a task, it's going to launch our completion workflow. It's telling us that we have 9 incomplete subtasks under this parent. What do we want to do with them? Let's just complete them all for now. Now when we look at the details of this task, we can scroll down and see that all the subtasks have been complete. We could even reset them right here if we wanted to. And let's reset all of them. And now our task moves back to the completion status of no, which is pretty cool. In the list view, we can see all of our tasks and subtasks again, and we can run that same completion logic if we click a parent task. You'll notice this content creation is a subtask that has children, and when we click it, it's going to run that same flow just on those 3 tasks together. So if we complete all, it's going to mark all of those off. If we complete the parent, it's going to run that whole workflow, and we'll have the complete and approve option as well. Let's move over to the timeline. And you'll see that we have a Gantt style dependency graph with our start and due dates. And if we zoom in a little bit to look at the week view, let's get our tasks full screen. We can run that completion workflow and reset them. And what that's going to do is reset each project to 0% complete. So if we complete one, like our discovery meeting, it's going to recalculate our completion progress. So this one subtask is done, and that makes our project move up to 14% complete. Pretty cool. Let's say you wanted to move it back a month or move it forward a month. You can just grab the parent and drag it. And now we're going to start this one in July. If you want finer control, you might want to switch down to the day and say, let's move it to start on the 8th. And that's all you have to do. If we head over to calendar view and move to the month of July, you'll see we're on the 8th. If we drag this back to the 1st, it's going to update the start date for that project and reflect that back on the timeline. We're back starting on the 1st. So the goal for Orbital is to give you data access to all of your tasks through every view in a very standardized and unified way. Orbital has 3 different permission types: role-based, user-based, and task-specific overrides. If you set permissions at the user role, everybody in that role gets those permissions. Or you can come and grant just a single user permission, and that is a global permission for that specific user only. You can even mix and match roles and users. So maybe one role would have read access, and then that specific user might have read and create. So you don't have to change the WordPress user role to give elevated Orbital permissions. Then if you want, you can come into a specific task and grant a user access only to that task. So if this user, Scott, had no permission and you wanted to give him a temporary right to read and edit, you can do that just for this task. It makes it really easy to bring in contractors and new employees and control exactly what they can see and edit inside Orbital. One last thing I want to touch on is the relationships field. And a relationship brings the rest of WordPress into Orbital. So you can link a task to an SOP or standard operating procedure, an instruction set, or any piece of content. So if you have a task that has lots of instructions, lots of things that need to be followed specifically, you can link to that SOP, have the user follow this, and then mark that task complete. You can come in and create new tasks for this SOP, and this is just a standard WordPress post here, and link all of that so that the user has all the instructions they need to complete a task. That's it for this video. We didn't even have time to explore custom fields, templates, reports, notifications, and other settings. There's a lot more Orbital can do. If you're interested, head over to orbitalwp.com. Find our pricing section. We have several different options and an early adopters LTD. It's 50% off right now. Prices are going to be going up as more people start to adopt the plugin. If you have any questions, drop me a note at john@orbitalwp.com and I'm happy to answer any questions. Thanks a bunch.